Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday to you. I hope you had a nice weekend. And guess what? We are going to make it through the week because we have God on our side. Okay, on that note, I want to thank you all for subscribing to my videos. But for those of you who have not subscribed to my videos, why don't you go ahead and hit that big red button? That way you can become a part of Shantae's family just like that in the snap of a finger, my darling. But if you just want to hear the word of God, I got you there too. So, on that note, let me give you the topic of what we'll be talking about. We will be talking about laying your burdens down. Okay? So, on that note, let's get started. I am in the book of Psalms and I'm doing chapter 55. And let's start with verse 12. It says, "Now it is not an enemy who insults me. Otherwise, I could bear it. It is not a foe who rises up against me. Otherwise, I could hide from it." Verse 13. "But it is you, a man who is my peer, my companion, and good friend." Verse 14. "We used to have close fellowship. We walked with the crowd into the house of God." Verse 15. "Let death take them by surprise. Let them go down to," and then it's spelled Sheol, alive, "because evil is in their homes and within them." Verse 16. "But I call to God, and the Lord will save me." Verse 17. "I complain and groan morning, noon, and night, and he hears my voice." Verse 18. "Though many are against me, he will redeem me from my battle unharmed." Verse 19. "God, the one enthroned from long ago, will hear and will humiliate them because they do not change and do not fear God." Verse 20. "My friend acts violently against those at peace with him. He violates his covenant." Verse 21. "His buttery words are smooth, but war is in his heart. His words are softer than oil, but they are drawn swords." Verse 22. "Cast your burdens on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never allow the righteous to be shaken." Verse 23. "God, you will bring them down to the pit of destruction. Men of bloodshed and treachery will not live out half their days, but I will trust in you." Okay, the best way I can explain this, okay, this is what I raised my daughter on, you know, and this is how I think. Okay, in this world, you have three friends, and I'm gonna name them. You have God, you have your mother, and you have the money in your pocket. And if you broke, you have two, which is God and your parents. These people out here faking and shaking and pretending to be your friends. No, sir. No, ma'am. They are not your friends. Keep your circle small and watch out who you tell your business to, because if you tell your business to a friend, then when you all get mad at each other or whatever, then your friend becomes your enemy, and then your enemy know all your business. So on that note, shh, keep your mouth closed. Okay, so as you know, we are studying. I mean, yeah, we are. I mean, excuse me. I am studying out of a study Bible. So, let me tell you what the study Bible says. I'm going to start with verses 15 through 19. It says, in calling on the Lord to let his enemies go down to Sheol, Sheol, alive, to death or the grave, while fully aware of what is happening. The earth's swallowing of KORAHDATAN and ABIRAM. David expressed righteous indignation on account of their complete association with evil and left revenge in God's hands. Verses 20 through 23, it says, David remained grief stricken over discovering in his friend a cruel enemy. But here he was able to see through the traitor's behavior and to recognize that the covenant, probably referring to the man's promise of loyalty to David and others who trusted him, was irreparably broken, violates, wounds, dissolve, or break a covenant, profane, destroy, is in perfect tense, indicating a completed action. The Lord can be trusted to sustain the one who leaves such matters in his hands. Ultimately, wrong will fail and right will prevail. The Lord will rescue those who belong to him and defeat all who oppose him and his people. The wise individual, therefore, is one who trusts in the Lord. Wow. Okay, so on that note, people, stay wise and trust in the Lord. That's all I have to say. And again, I want to thank you all for, I want to thank you all for listening to me talk this lesson and listen to me teach this lesson the best way I know how. I know there are others out there that can do it better, but guess what? Hey, I'm doing what God has called me to do. So, on that note, I love you, and so does God. There's a virtual kiss. Love you to pieces. Bye bye.